There's so much more good in the world than bad. One bad story can go around the globe, but the fact that Mayor Max might comfort a dying patient in a hospital isn't going to make global news. We moved to Idyllwild not knowing that there was going to be an election. We were in town only 6 months, and they posted in the paper that they were going to, have an election to elect Idyllwild's first mayor. I don't know how to describe it, but I would say when some people have a religious experience, that would be what I had. Not knowing then what it meant, I looked at my husband and I said, we're going to win that election.
He's cuter in person than the pictures.
My next guest is the elected serving mayor of Idyllwild in California. So please welcome Mayor Max.
Okay. My name is Phyllis Mueller, and I'm the Chief of Staff for the Mayor of Idyllwild. And in 2012, my dog, Mayor Max I, was voted in a mayoral election to elect Idyllwild's first mayor. The mayoral office of Mayor Max is not political, it's nonpartisan. And of course, from my viewpoint, that's the only way that it could be, because what would Mayor Max say? And I asked myself that. If he could talk, what would he say? And the answer was he would say unconditional love. He will only know that he loves you. And I thought, what a perfect message, unconditional love, something we can all benefit from, and something that I feel is the key to creating peace on earth for all mankind.
The nose shot.
But I thought, how fun. The mayor of a town, my dog, no politics, and we can just write the ticket of what are we going to do. And I go, we're just going to do kind and loving things for people. Because in our mayoral office, we only do kind and loving things for people. He has a very high approval rating. His duties are to come out in the public and be a goodwill ambassador and greet people, greet tourists and locals, and to get photos taken with him and for him to spend time with them. We love everyone unconditionally, and that's kind of our main message. And how it works is that we do the things that dogs can do. For example, if they go to an event and it's a fundraiser, more people come to the event, it raises more money.
So it's a good, wonderful thing. And a lot of times, especially during when Idyllwild had a couple of fires, the roads were out, the last little episode with COVID, it helped us through it. And people come up, they love to have their photos taken with the mayor.
Also get one of those. I'm sorry, the other one? Of course. Those as well.
I think Mayor Max, his main thing is to unconditional love. Bring joy to the community. It's about, being kind to one another and spreading joy.
The local animal rescue, Idyllwild Animal Rescue Friends, decided that it would be fun to have a mayor in Idyllwild, but not a human mayor. So they sponsored an election to elect a dog or a cat, and I moved to town. And then within 6 months, they put in the paper about this election. It touches me like a religious experience. I don't know why, but it did. And I go, we're going to win that election.
Here, guys. Maximus, look up.
So it was just meant to be, because I had been told that the animal rescue had had that idea for years, and they never ran with it until we moved to town. We didn't even know who they were.
Idyllwild Animal Rescue Friends, ARF, is an organization that's been around 29 years. And what we do is we take animals, cats and dogs, that have either been abandoned or maybe the guardian has passed on. So we take in dogs as long as we have fosters who can take the dog for us.
My name is Glenn Warren. My wife and I met in 1980. I went to work for her company in 1981, and we got married in 1984, and we've been together ever since. In 2012, we had moved to Idyllwild just a little before that, and the local newspaper had published an article. I read the article to my wife, and she said, "I'm excited. We're going to do this." And so I said, "Okay." We had a lot of fun with it. We did a lot of promotion. We did a lot of campaigning, I guess, so to speak. We put magnets on our cars. We put posters around town. We ended up garnering more organic votes than anybody did, any dog. We've had a lot of fun with it for the last 11 years.
We had 3 cats and I can't remember how many dogs, 12 or so dogs, run for office. And it was $1 a vote. We sat in front of the post office for 3 or 4 days and collected all the votes. And that's how we chose the first mayor.
And my dog, Mayor Max I, a golden retriever, won that election. And it was a fundraising election where you paid $1 a vote, and you were encouraged to vote a lot, vote often, vote early, vote for as many candidates as you want, because all the money went to animal rescue to help save animals.
Today we continue our political theme and get an exclusive interview with the mayor of Idyllwild.
Hi, I'm Mayor Max. Darn glad to meet you. I just want you to know I have Idyllwild's interest at heart.
One time, and this was a gift from God, literally, but it was our first night here. And so my husband went to take Max for a tinkle break, before we went to bed. And I said, make sure you put him on a leash because we have those rattlers here. Well, he didn't. And Max went right out onto my driveway, and there was that fatal rattler. But Max was such a gentle soul, and anybody who met him knew that he was completely unique. And my niece actually thinks he was a religious, spiritual leader. He went up to the rattler nose to nose, and that rattler never coiled and never bit him, and I know why. Max was such a gentle soul that he was thinking, "Hi, Mr. Rattler, how are you?" And there was no threat. And the snake knew it and did not bite him. But if it had been Mitzi and Mikey, they would have attacked him. They are not spiritual leaders.
Does he eat a lot of rocks?
He does sometimes. And I just don't know what that means.
Yeah, maybe it's helps his teeth. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
or I
ruins it.
do wonder about minerals, which makes you go, come on, we feed you good food.
Yeah. Has he ever choked on them or anything?
No.
That's good.
No. He's a little curly on the back of his hair there. She has this little top knot here, a little poke, a little stick up thing here. We can spot that from her. Deputy Co-Mayor Mitzi, and that's Deputy Co-Mayor Mikey.
Mitzi and Mikey, I came up with the idea that they're the head of security and the bodyguards for the mayor. And that was just funny. But how that came about was actually not funny. We were at a rescue event down in the desert, and Max was a guest of honor rescue promoting the event. And one of the other rescues, it ran right to my dog, jumped up, got Max by the neck, and viciously attacked and tried to kill my dog. It was a horrible, horrible scene. And the consequences were, for about a year, Max was terrified of other dogs, and he eventually completely calmed down. Mitzi and Mikey never got over it. To this day, when I have them out in the public, they're belted in to their vehicle by a 1-inch thick leash, because when they see another dog, they think that Meadow and Max are going to get attacked. And so they act like guard dogs now, and they're totally safe with humans, but it can even be a Chihuahua, and they will bark at it like it's a danger. And so what I do then is I put them on timeout. Meadow and Max bark because they want to meet your dog, but Mitzi and Mikey bark because they want to eat your dog. So if you have a dog, skip the deputies. But because they started acting like guard dogs, one day I just go, well, and then I made these vests with security badges on them, and they say security, and I go, they're guard dogs now.
And Phyllis and Glenn just went over the top with supporting the community through Max. And so when the original Max passed away, they got another goal, and then we said, you can go ahead and continue with this.
So how did Max II become the mayor of Idyllwild? How does that happen?
Max is a golden retriever.
My favorite politician.
He's won 3 consecutive elections in this small, picturesque town.
How did this even become a thing?
Our animal rescue group came up with the idea to have it be a fundraiser where you paid $1 a vote.
The only time that you can actually buy an election.
That's right.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds. I've recently learned that Big Wireless spends a lot on political lobbying. Like, a lot. So, Mint Mobile is officially contributing to the mayor of Idyllwild, California. A good boy named Max. Yes, he is. We won't be contributing nearly as much because, frankly, we prefer to invest our money in stuff for you.
Mayor Max has a lot of responsibilities and things that we do to help the community. And one of them is coming out in the public as a goodwill ambassador and greeting the public. And that's something we do almost every day. But we also do a lot of other things in the mayoral office. So the mayors are very good fundraisers. So we get invited to all kinds of events, literally hundreds of kinds of events. So it can be from cystic fibrosis to the tree lighting or 4th of July parade or weddings and birthday parties, ribbon cuttings, business grand openings, business promotion for a cause, a death in the family, a fundraiser to help a family who just lost their home, or we did a fundraiser for a child with brain cancer who the family couldn't continue to pay the medical bills, and on and on. Let's say it is a fundraiser. We promote on social media where we're going to be, what the event is. We don't charge for anything that we do. And then more people will come to the event because the mayors will be there, and that means more people donate to the event. Again, we focus on events that are non-political, non-partisan. We do a lot of library events and things like that. But when the Republican Party wants us to endorse the Republicans, or the Democratic Party wants us to endorse the Democrats, which have both been requested of us, we just say they're nonpartisan, non-political, and we appreciate your service, and thank you for your understanding. We go to hospitals, schools, nursing homes, hospice organizations. Mayor Max was so good and so well behaved, he could actually lie on a hospital bed with a dying patient and give comfort and joy even in that situation. And he and I were on a roll.
All the way, good boy!
And the way that we were bonded together and could communicate was just amazing. But then I was kind of asking myself, why did Mayor Max II die so young? A lot of people have asked Max to run for president. And of course, that's not going to work out because he's a dog. When he passed away, the response I got was global, and it was from hundreds of millions of people, maybe even more. But I mean, I couldn't keep up with the response. If I just read and acknowledged, clicked the social media response, I read it, and now you know I read it because I I marked it. I could only clear 2,000 of those a day. And that was over 8 hours of work. And that's because people didn't just say, I'm so sad for you. I'm sorry for your loss. What they did is they said things like, you don't know me, but Mayor Max has had a positive impact on my life. He got me through this crisis, that crisis, and they had something to say. And then what I learned from that was, whoa, we have had a global impact, and we have elevated the spirits of people. And I had created Mayor Max's Peace on Earth team, where we ask people to use love as the basis for everything they think, do, and say, and to only use positive energy. Positive energy leads towards life, negative energy leads towards the opposite, and that we can quell and dissipate negative energy by increasing the volume of positive energy on the planet. I ask people to do their best to act like a living angel on Earth. So Mayor Max has had a positive impact on hundreds of millions, but not from a living angel perspective. Only some of them even know about the Living Angel Peace on Earth team. How many living angels will it take to create peace on Earth? And I got an answer, and it wasn't from me. I feel like I perceived an answer, and the answer was 2 billion. And I go, well, I got more work to do.
Hello, Maximus. There's 3 of us.
Oh, sorry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
In the beginning, it was just that I had a dog. I felt the dog would be happier if it had friends, and so I ended up with 3 dogs at a time. But when Mayor Max II passed away, I realized I was going to get a new mayor, and it would be a puppy. And then it would have 2 very older playmates. And then I go, he's going to be lonely, and he's not going to have somebody at his speed. So I decided to get Vice Mayor Meadow, and she was the first Vice Mayor of Idyllwild. The roles are the same. Instead of 1 dog, it's 2 dogs when they go to an event. Or if Mitzi and Mikey are there, and I try to get all 4 of them out all the time, they're there.
This is Mayor Max #3. He celebrates his first birthday, so we wanted to do something big to really celebrate now that Idyllwild's back open, you know. I make 99% of it I have helper that helps me to put it together, but it's all handmade. We have local artists that we've employed to bring Mayor Max photos and pictures, and then we put it into keychains and ornaments. And so it's a community effort pretty much.
It feels like such a community. And you get a really good sense of how nice everyone is here.
I see more people coming in here with the free calendars and the swag that they give away, and they're really happy. As a matter of fact, a kid come in with wearing one of Mayor Max's ties.
And it means they are a deputy mayor of Idyllwild. They will govern with love and kindness even when it's hard, and they're on the mayor's Peace on Earth team. Well, I get to deputize dogs. I like dogs way more than people. And you can say that out loud. Yeah, they didn't used to do kids, but they have so many ties now that we're deputizing everybody.
So we're going to wrap up the party at 3 o'clock. However, anybody who still wants a picture with the mayor and the vice mayor, they're going to be available for photo ops. Thank you for coming. As you know, we love you with all our heart.
This is the Idyllwild Community Annual Tree Lighting. It's held each year the first Saturday after Thanksgiving. And it's something that brings the community together, helps all of our businesses, and attracts a lot of people from off the hill. We try to raise money. You know, the Idyllwild Community Center sponsors this. It's an all-volunteer organization. You know, it's something that really brings people together and helps unite the community, and we love it.
What is it?
It's just my mic back, but it's.
This every time. They never are not like this, okay? The mayor's office is actually my office, which I'll show you. But the mayor has two closets, and one of them is this one where we have all the vests, and they're all personalized. And we have all the colors, and so every day we pick an outfit. You know, so we have blue, green, red, orange, pink, yellow, dark blue, burgundy, black, and white. And then we have thousands of ties. This is the new calendar. This was last year. This was the first year that the puppies were the mayor and the vice mayor. This was last year with Mayor Max II. And then he was on the cover, you know, most of the years before. And this goes all the way back to 2014. I go through about 10,000 photos a year to pick the calendar cover. The picture I like the most of 10,000 photos. And then this was my first one when they were still puppies. That's Mayor Max II. And then I hadn't done a calendar with Mayor Max I because he became the mayor and then he passed away 9 months later. So there was no chance to do a calendar. But we're real proud of the calendar and it's a lot of fun. We do 10,000 every year now. I cap that based on our income because that's all we can afford to do. And that itself is a $70,000 project every year. That includes printing postage and envelopes. And so it's a challenge. We don't charge for anything that we do. Everything we do is complimentary, but we do accept donations. If somebody did want to support the Office of Mayor Max and our efforts to try to create world peace, you can go to our website, mayormax.com, and there is a little donate button there. And there are ways to donate by check or Venmo, Zelle. Anything that we receive goes solely for the purpose of helping support the services that we provide and do for the community. So we'd love to have the help, and it would be great. We try to start getting them ready at about 1:25. We have to leave by 1:37 to get there on time.
Come back, Meadow. Come on, girl. Good girl.
There's always something that happens, so they all have to get their outfits on. We have to get them in the car. We have to check the cars, make sure we have everything, you know, water bowls, leashes, and that gets us downtown at 2 on the weekends.
Good girl.
All right.
Max, Meadow, look at me. Focus. Okay, there we go. Adorable. You guys look all great.
I got you. Okay, and then hi. Oh. I feel like we all have a responsibility in the conditions of the planet, and if everyone would help to create positive effects for people, and it can just be a smile or reaching out to someone or giving somebody a call that wouldn't expect it, or just taking a cake over to a neighbor out of the blue, or even more dynamic things than that. But we the people all have responsibility for the condition on the planet, and we the people can create peace on earth by becoming active and working on the positive, and it can be in any area. And so I would just invite you one and all to join Max's Peace on Earth team and act like a living angel to the best of your ability. Forgive yourself when you fail and just move on and keep trying. But the spiritual growth that I have personally experienced by attempting to be a living angel on earth is so extraordinary that just try it for a couple of days, you'll see what I mean. And I'm determined that no matter whatever happens at any level, that there's always something you can do about it. And so that's the plan, and I appreciate your help and love to have you join the team. And thank you so much. They don't like
Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, come here, Max. Come here, Max. Come here, guys. Come here, Meadow. Come on. Come on. Meadow, come here.
Okay. Good girl.
Okay.
Good girl. And then I'll hold her while you get him. Oh,
Good boy. Sort of. Okay. Good boy.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Come on, guys, let's go.
All right, these are the deputy co-mayors of Idyllwild. Mikey on the left, Mitzi on the right, getting their beloved Dairy Queen ice cream cone. They get a medium. That's because they're old enough now that I said they could have whatever they want for the rest of their lives. And they're 10 and a half, and they love you with all their heart. All right, this is the mayor of Idyllwild, Mayor Max on the right, Vice Mayor Meadow on the left, getting their beloved pup cups that we get here. And they love eating here. And then tonight they're also getting 8 double cheese burgers. And the deputy mayors, everybody gets 2. So we have Vice Mayor Meadow on the left, Mayor Max on the right. They'll each get 2 burgers.
Hold on.
And then the puppies get the pup cups and the adult dogs get the bigger cones. Okay, they say they love you with all their heart.